need to say the first episode?
Yes.
Do I need
Intro.
to simmer down? Okay. Let me put it together. Hey y'all, welcome to the very first episode of the Ashleigh Williams Show. Y'all, I'm finally starting my own podcast. Wait, from this moment forward, because podcasts have a horrible connotation, this is a talk show. So I'm starting my own talk show. I've been doing my Instagram mini series for years. Y'all seem to like that. So it's time. It's time to do my own thing. I hope y'all enjoy this. I hope y'all find valuable insight to help you navigate life because it's very ghetto out here. But we're going to get through it together. Amen.
No, you.
I'm telling you to go.
Who is Ashleigh Williams?
Ashleigh Williams is a 29-year-old girl approaching her 30s, and I am in this moment of reflecting on who I am, where I've come from, and who I want to be. I felt like I spent so many years in my 20s trying to meet unrealistic expectations that I've set for myself. So this new season of my life, I really want to be intentional about my purpose, intentional about the things that make me happy, and surrounding myself with people that make me happy. And so my intention for this space, for this talk show, is for people to come and share their challenges, and so we can work together as a community to just navigate. And that in itself is healing for the person that I'm trying to be.
How did you get here? What made you approach a podcast talk show?
Ooh, child. Getting to this point has been a true journey. And I feel like telling that story starts with where I come from, how I grew up. I'm from a very country family. I grew up in Tunica, Mississippi. It's like 30 minutes outside of Memphis, Tennessee. I lived in a home with my grandparents for the first 6 years of my life and spent almost every weekend, all of the summers with them. And that has played a pivotal role in who I am today. I learned a lot from my grandparents and growing up in that environment about how to love on people, how to care for people, how to show up for people. And I think that I've tried to keep that theme and how I've grown up. So I moved to Memphis, had a lot of fun in Memphis. If you ever need a vacation spot in the U.S., come see Memphis, Tennessee. I graduated from University of Tennessee, Knoxville, so go Vols. We're going to win the SEC championship next year, period. But for the last, what I would say, 5 years, I've been in Atlanta, Georgia. I've struggled with sickness. I've been through heartbreak like every girl, transition jobs, trying to figure out what I want to do when I become an adult. So I'm here. This is how we got here. All of those experiences have led me to share them. I feel like as millennials, we do so many things as individuals. I don't need nobody. I'm Miss Independent. I don't want to ask nobody for help. And I sympathize with that, but I think we got to get back to a space where we start sharing what we're going through. We are not alone. All of us are experiencing some of the same things. And so I want to create a space where we talk about it. Let's just talk about it and figure out how we're going to get through it together.
What do you want your audience to get from this experience?
Oh, I want my audience to be able to tune in to this show and see that their current challenge isn't going to be the end of you. Like, whatever that thing is that you're dealing with, it is not going to take you out. You're bigger than that. You're better than that. There are resources around you to support you. There are people in your lives to support you. But I also want this to be a place where we can kiki, okay? And have some good girl talk, have a good time, talk about the things that make us happy, learn about new ways to explore our happiness, our identities, and find things that just truly bring out the best of us. So that's the space and the vibes I'm trying to create on the Ashleigh Williams Show.
Why did you choose this set design?
Yes, so I talked a little bit about growing up in Tunica, Mississippi with my grandmother, and their house, it was what, a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom home. And in the front, it had a front porch. And so I used to sit outside with my grandmama all the time on the front porch, just talking. The neighbors would come by, stop, have conversation. My family would come down from Memphis every Sunday and just sit on the porch. And so in our family, the porch is like a staple. When you come to the porch, you're coming to have fun. You coming to crack jokes, dance, listen to music, and have really valuable conversations. And so I feel like the conversations that I had with my granny on the porch really set the tone for who I am. And so if I could just share a little bit of that experience with the world, with the guests that I bring on the show, that's important to me. So that's why I hope that comes across on camera, that it's a porch, you know, we outside, we just vibing and having good conversation.
How did you discover your purpose?
Oof, discovering my purpose, the road to purpose has been a challenge because I've always felt like God has had a calling on my life to do something. And when you feel that pressure or that weight of knowing that you're supposed to be doing something, but you can't articulate what it is, you don't really see people doing what it is, that's a challenge. And so for the last, I know, 5 years, I've been in the struggle. Like, I know this job I have, which is a good job. I love what I do every day. I'm blessed to have it, but this just can't be what God has for me. And so figuring out what that looked like was difficult because I felt like it needed to happen instantly. Like, I know I'm not supposed to be doing this. So what am I supposed to be doing now? And I'm a make a plan, get it done kind of girly. So having to wait and really take time and sit with God to understand that was a challenge. So for me, it was surrounding myself with community. Like, really get you a good group of people around you who are gonna be honest with you and say, this ain't it. Nope, I don't like how you're going about this. Like, really people that you can trust so that you can kind of, you know, be in community with people who are going to be honest. But the two key things that really helped me identify my purpose was, one, reading this book called Discovering Purpose, I think, by Rick Warren. It's an old book. It's nothing revolutionary, but it really walks you through biblically on how you try to understand what God is saying to you, who God is in your life, and really coming to know what he's called you to do. The second thing is, a lot of times when it comes to your purpose, you're already doing that thing. You just don't know that that's it. And so I would get on Instagram every day and rant about something. It could be hair, it could be food, it could be finances, work, school, or whatever. And what I would find is people would DM me and be like, Ashley, that's really great information. I really enjoyed that. Can you talk about this? Or can you share a little bit more about this? And as I started doing that, I started to get other experiences where people would invite me to talk about anything or to help coach students on a variety of topics. And then one day I woke up and I realized, maybe this is what I should be doing. Like, maybe this is the thing God called me to do. And the third piece, I think I said two, but the third piece is you'll likely get confirmation. When you're walking in your purpose, when you're really doing that thing you're supposed to be doing, people will confirm it. I was at a convention that I speak at every year, and a lady who I've never met before, who I've never talked about that struggle that I had with trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do. She walked up to me after a presentation that I had, and she said, this is it. This is what you're supposed to be doing. And it wasn't revolutionary. Like, I cried tears, but just having someone else who don't know you from a can of paint really confirm what you're doing just takes it to another level. So that's what discovering purpose has been for me, really leaning on my community, trusting God, and just doing the things that you're already doing. You don't have to pivot. You don't have to relearn anything. God has already established you. You already are qualified to do whatever that thing is. So don't let fear stop you. I'm speaking to myself. Just go for it.
Lean head back. Girl, your hairstylist should have been here first.
She didn't even do my hair. That's a whole other conversation.
You got some Vaseline?
What has been your biggest challenge so far?
My biggest My biggest challenge in life and in starting this talk show has been me allowing fear to almost paralyze me. Like, at some point in my life, I just lost confidence in my ability to just do. I feel like I grew up very outgoing, very confident. Like, I could do anything I put my mind to. Almost in a state of delusion. Like if I want to go play basketball, I'm finna try for the basketball team. But I lost that in my 20s. I don't know what it was. I don't know at what moment it happened. I just became so small. I would walk into the rooms and just cower down, kind of want to go in the corner. I don't know what it was. So I had to shake it out of that. Like, you are who you are. Who cares who don't like it? It doesn't matter if you don't look like, talk like, or think like anybody else. Really, just be you. The world needs you. And so once I realized that fear, I'm bigger than fear. Like, it's okay to be scared. It's okay to be anxious about things, but you just have to use that to fuel you. So once I got out of that, life has just been blossoming for me. Like, I feel like I've reached this point in my life where I don't care. If I can't do it, if it's not gonna happen, I'm not gonna let that stop me. What I gotta do to get it done? Who do I need to call? What do I need to do? And that's where I am. And so not allowing fear to get in the way of me and what I want to do and who I've been called to be has just really allowed me to enter this new journey in my life confident, happy, excited about it. I don't care who like it. I don't care who don't. Who gonna rock with me, gonna rock with me.
Now that we're headed towards the end of the show, what would you like for your viewers to know going forward and just bringing it all together for them?
Y'all, going forward, we're about to turn up. We're going to be hearing from hairstylists. I know y'all are sick of these Atlanta hairstylists. We're going to be talking about fertility, a very taboo subject in the Black community. I'm going to bring my girl pals on. We're going to have some good girl chat, entrepreneurship, because I know everybody want to start an LLC and be a millionaire. So we're going to talk about what that really takes, the sacrifices of that, everything. Nothing is off limits. If you want to hear about it, we're talking about it. And we're going to get through this thing together. Amen. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the very first episode of the Ashleigh Williams Show. I hope y'all are ready to get going. We're going to be discussing everything. I can't wait for this to turn into an amazing experience for all of us. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and tune in every week for a new episode. Woo!